Okay, as the Toyota symbol represents the heart of the customer, the heart of the product, and the ever expanding technological advancements and the opportunities ahead. As a result of that, Toyota developed this PRIUS, which is third generation. And for the last 14 years, Toyota has been pioneer in the hybrid technology. Moreover, 2.3 million cars are across the country and on the road, which proves a proven factor that Toyota is the hybrid technology leader. I'm going to tell you why this is to be a best investment. All the materials, construction, engineering has been designed in such a way to protect the occupants in case of accident, save the occupants. The distance between the grill and the engine helps the engine without getting hurt during an impact. And if the impact is smooth, the breaker mounts are designed in such a way the engine falls down. So the engine is not hurt, the passengers are not harmed. And if the impact is smooth, the front energy crumple zones are there. The energy is absorbed in various stages as it goes on absorbing. Metal becomes thicker, tailored blanks are there. This gets locked up, this means the engine falls down. The whole body is done with reinforced frames and panels. The whole body absorbs shock. And passengers are covered with 7 airbags, 2 in the front, 2 in the rear, side curtain airbags, and 2 side airbags. And Toyota is the only vehicle to offer you knee airbag. And this is the synergy drive system and a 1.8 liter engine. So altogether you get 134 horsepower, which is capable of pulling 5 adult passengers. It's timing chain, you need not worry about fixing the belt and all. It goes along with the life of the engine. And then the engine is designed to take every 1 year or 10,000 miles oil and filter change. And there is 2 systems in this engine, which is like acoustic control induction system. It takes intake air towards longer manifold and shorter manifold. 2 intake manifolds are there. Through a longer manifold, when you climb uphill, just like we hold breath when we lift weight, and through the shorter manifold, just like when we run, we take shorter breath when you're crossing lanes and all. This longer and shorter manifold intake of air enables the engine breathe comfortable and at all RPM ranges, and the engine lasts longer. Then 18-foot clearance you get by the halogen lamps, and your front and rear bumpers are 5 miles heat resistant bumpers. You have maintenance free battery, and all liquid containers are open to your open eyes so that you can check the liquid levels. You have 15 inches wheel which has brake assist. Engine picks up speed from 0 to 60 in 9.7 seconds, and when you apply sudden brake it stops before 100 foot. Under panic situation, psychologically leg loses power. Even if you are hitting little less, extra pressure is given to give you a good stop. You may think it's going to stop at 40 foot and cause you an impact. It may stop beforehand and save you an impact. And then it has vehicle stability control and traction control. Government in a survey found out that annually 7,000 lives are being saved and 63% of the fatalities being avoided by the presence of vehicle stability control and traction control. It's a directional stability. During oversteering and understeering, when the vehicle skids, immediately the engine becomes idle, so the power to the wheels are reduced, you apply the brake, you get out of the situation. Traction control during winter, the bridge becomes icy or your driveway becomes icy, the wheel spins, the spinning wheel is not offered power, brake pulses, the other 3 wheels with the grip, they take you out of the situation. And then you have electronic brake force distribution system, which means when you apply brake, the force is electronically transferred to all the 4 wheels side to side and front to rear. So you always have a good stop, no sideward stopping, no screeching halt. And then you have anti-lock brake system. When you suddenly apply the brakes, the wheel doesn't get locked, your steering is free, you're free to go. And then you have like smart stop technology. When you have second press the brakes hard, everything is under your control. And here there is a vehicle proximity notification system. This PRIUS runs silently at 25 miles, 30 miles, 20 miles speed and all. So less than 50 miles it's traveling, what happens is like it produces a noise, a beep like that, so that it cautions the pedestrians and others to know that a PRIUS is being approached. And the front door widely opens 3 to 4 degrees more than the competitions, and you have double door sealing. When you close, the vehicle is free from wind, noise and moisture, And this glass, this mirror, this windshield is specially designed, and during rainy days you go, water is pouring, it's being converted into beadings or pellets, you always have a clear vision. And all the 4 windows have one touch express down, one touch express up. And the windshield has a special design. In between 2 glasses a layer is done. That layer film protects 99% of the UV rays. Toyota not only gives a fuel efficient vehicle, this 1.8 liter engine producing 134 horsepower gives you 48 miles on highways and 51 miles in city, a combined mileage of 50 miles, and 11.9 is the fuel tank capacity. Every tank of gas gives you like up to 600 miles, and the nearest competition also 9 miles less they give. So you get 100 miles more per tank of gas when you compare the nearest competition. And now, electric power steering. It takes power from the electric motor, not from the horsepower of the engine. Then continuous variable transmission, and it saves you fuel when giving the gas energy and also the electric energy. Your throttle system is called electronically controlled throttle system with intelligence. With intelligence here we mean it's a linkless system, no cable connection. There are 2 sensors in the accelerator pedal that converses using electrical signals through an electronic control module. When you accelerate, immediately it accelerates. When you decelerate, immediately it decelerates. That 0 to 5 seconds lag which you find in most of the competitions, it's not there. And then this is active headrest. When you stop at the lights, somebody hits at the back, you know, a body reflects like this. So the distance between the neck and the neck rest is minimized. So neck injury is avoided. And then lumbar support is done. So you can lean nicely when you take a long trip, and you can even adjust the height. You have a very good ground clearance, 5.3 inches. And then you have a center console, power mirrors, CD player, a very good radio system, and you have 4 modes. Normal mode you drive, in the eco mode you drive. You can drive as usual. It takes less energy from the hybrid system, so you save fuel. And then power mode, when you take a long trip, you can also go into in the power mode which you can quickly access. It gives more power. And then electric vehicle mode, up to like one quarter mile. You can just travel when the 4 bars of the battery is there full. You can even drive without gas, just 1.4 miles to reach a gas station like that. And then the second rear door also widely open, so getting in, getting out is very easier in Toyota. I'm 5'8", I can be comfortably seated in this. And then with the grab handles, all the 4 doors have grab handles. I can just come out very easily. Then if you look at the trunk space, you have ample space. You have an under cabinet here. And then you have like 21.6 cubic foot of trunk space. And then when you fold the rear seats, you get more trunk space. When you go to Walmart, Kmart, you have 6-foot objects like that. You can utilize this feature and you can fold it. So when you fold it, you get like 39.6 cubic foot of trunk space. And now, you have LED display tail lamps that is half a second quicker, which helps 10 foot further clearance for the rear vehicle approaching. So when you apply brake, then the custom bulbs, it consumes 30% less energy, it lasts longer, and it's half a second quicker. When you apply the brakes, it glows, it gives further 10 foot of space for the rear vehicle. And then you have like regenerative braking system. When you apply the brakes or when you decelerate, automatically the battery is getting charged. And then you have 3 adults could be comfortably seated in this. A good headroom, good hip room, good shoulder room is there. The front door also widely open. Getting in, getting out is very easier. 4 coatings of painting is done to this vehicle. It's a uniframe. What Toyota does is like, they dip it in a big tub with phosphate chemical bath is given. That chemical goes into all inaccessible areas. 1 or 2 welding done is laser welding. They glue it. So never rust corrosion takes place, and Toyota gives you 5 years unlimited miles warranty for that. So what happens is like, when the frame is dipped, uniframe, you don't get vibrations. And the body side panel is 1-piece construction. In most of the competitions, it's 2-piece construction. When they hit, it paves in. In Toyota, what happens when somebody hits at the side, the energy is widely spread, impact to the occupants are minimized, and side curtain airbags are there, side seat airbags are there, and it has been given 5-star crash test rating by the National Administration for Highway for Traffic, and also the Insurance Institute also gives the highest award. And then your front suspension is McPherson Stewart suspension, rear torsion beam suspension. All the chassis frame is done with double wall panel, 2 metal sheets in between hollowness that absorbs all road vibrations, noises and harshness. And then your foot is rested on the floor, which is sandwich steel, 2 metal sheets in between asphalt material sandwich. The first metal absorbs the vibration, never sends to the second metal. In between the asphalt material absorbs it. And under the seat, the spring is overturned, the top portion is down and the back portion is up. So it gives a soft sitting and soft leaning. When you take up a long trip, you are more comfortable in this. And here, you have the design of the vehicle like to have less coefficient drag. The resistance against the wind is minimized. The wind touches the hood above the roof, nicely penetrates into that, just like an aeroplane design. So that adds to the fuel factor. And you have a engine immobilizer. Nobody can start your vehicle with any sort of key. The engine key code and the ignition code has to tally. And then you have like hill start assist. Suppose you're going top hill like that, and when you want to start, when you take your foot from the brake to accelerator, that few seconds you need not have a fear the vehicle might roll down, because the hill start assist feature will help you not to roll down. And you have 3 years of 36,000 miles basic warranty, and 5 years of 60,000 miles powertrain, and then 5 years are unlimited miles for rust and corrosion proof, 5 years 60,000 miles for seat belts and airbags. The seat belts are 3-point seat belt design. When you suddenly stop the vehicle, it holds the chest firmly without making a fall. That's pre-tensioners. And after the stoppage is over, let loose the chest for comfort. That's force limiters. Toyota gives you for the pre-tensioners, force limiters, and it's like 5 years or 60,000 miles warranty. And then for the hybrid system, you have like 8 years or 800,000 miles warranty for that. And the hybrid battery lasts longer. In a Toyota lab in California, a vehicle is there which is above 180,000 miles, still running good. So you need not have any apprehensions about the hybrid technology. And Toyota is number one. They care for your health. They give a good lumbar support to have very comfort leaning and driving. And then also all the audio controls on your steering wheel. You have your touch tracer. The Toyota doesn't want you to deviate your attention when you're on the road. If you just put your thumb, the tracer display appears, and you can just change the channels, and you can display and see the consumption of the hybrid energy also. So please, let's go for a test drive and see what all I have talked